Shalom, friends. Death and the male gaze. Yes, it sounds like a postmodern Agatha Christie, but really it's just two subjects of today's page of Talmud. Welcome to Daf Reactions, Avodah Zarah 20. One day, Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel saw a gorgeous, looks-maxed woman. He was awestruck. He said, "How great are your works, O Lord." Rabbi Akiva, for his part, saw the absolutely knockout wife of the evil Titus Rufus. Roman. But then Rabbi Akiva did three things that were I, a woman on the street, and a man did this towards me, I would get the fuck away. And those three things were, he spat, he laughed, and he cried. Alas, the fourth was not, and then he went to therapy. But it should have been. He spat because she was created from just a gross drop of sperm. Sir, so were you. Spit it yourself. He laughed because he knew that she was destined to actually one day become his wife. Is this where he was the 24 years he spent away from his wife Rachel with his other wife? Also, if I were this woman, I'd be like, wait a minute, hang on, you look familiar. Are you the guy who spat at me that time? This date is over. And he cried because her beauty would inevitably rot away in the grave. Yeah, that's actually how human bodies work. This is quite similar to Brachot 5, where someone cries over the very prospect of Rabbi Yochanan's beauty rotting in the earth. Yochanan also cried about that. Oh, Yochanan. Anyway, the Gemara tries to make sense of these two instances of these sages looking at women because you're not supposed to be looking at women like this. Like, what the hell were they doing? This is scandalous behavior. Shocking. The Gemara says, well, with Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, that was a unique case. He was walking around the corner, had no idea she was there, and was like, oh, shit, sorry. I beg your pardon. An understandable oopsie whoopsie could happen to anybody. Rav says that also Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel was praising God for creating beauty in the world, not necessarily about her personally, just generally. God makes beauty in the world. That's one example, but there are lots of other ones. It just happens that that's the one I saw. Everybody better have said that blessing when they saw Rabbi Yochanan too. I just want to say that. The Gemara brings a baraita. Really, men should not just be looking wherever they want. Okay? They shouldn't. They should neither look upon a beautiful woman nor an ugly woman, or, according to Rava, even the clothes of a woman. They happen to know if the clothes are noticeably colorful, because that's how dirty thoughts happen. And then it's just a slippery slope to becoming a lesser ben dordaya, and nobody wants that, okay? Nobody wants that. The idea is they really need to keep their eyes to themselves, even if they have as many eyes as the biblically accurate angel of death, who is literally full of eyes. Millions of eyes. Billions of eyes. He's giving bombastic side eye and front eye and like 16-dimensional eye. The Talmud then goes on a little side tangent about how the angel of death uses a blade or poison on a blade to kill. And I do love an informative tangent, but perhaps I took something slightly different away from this mention of the angel of death in this context. Men are told not to look at women in this way because it leads to impure thoughts and nighttime emissions of the type that are not carbon. But this stuff made me think of all the women who go out for a walk, go out for a run, go do some errands, and never get to return home because a man saw them, not as a person, but as an object. For so many women, there is danger in the male gaze, not because of the possibility of impure thoughts, but because sometimes the inescapable gaze of the angel of death is not far behind. So while this stuff does say that men should look around less than the angel of death, maybe we can interpret this stuff to mean that women are right to emulate the angel, always on the watch, keeping our eyes wide open for ourselves and the safety of others. And maybe we can also interpret this stuff as teaching us that, like the angel of death, women should also carry poison and learn the ways of the blade.